Yo, what's up, beautiful people? Before we dive into today's insane tech, let me ask you something. What if I told you that flying cars are no longer just sci-fi fantasy? What if I told you there's literally a company right now that's building electric flying bikes that look like they came straight out of a Marvel movie? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because today we're talking about the Volonaut AirBike. And trust me, your mind is about to be blown. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we dive deep into the coolest, wildest, and most mind-bending tech on the planet. And today, oh boy, today we're literally taking flight. What is the Volonaut AirBike? Alright, so what exactly is the Volonaut AirBike? Picture this, you know those hover bikes from Star Wars? The ones where Luke and Leia are zipping through the forest. Yeah, well, the future is now. My friends, the Volonaut AirBike is basically an electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOL as the cool kids say. That's designed to look and feel like a motorcycle. But here's the kicker, it flies. We're talking about a single-seat electric aircraft that uses multiple rotors to lift you up into the sky. Think of it as a drone, but instead of carrying your Amazon package, it's carrying you. And let me tell you, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. The design is straight up futuristic. We've got sleek curves, that sexy matte finish, and LED lights that make it look like it belongs in Tron. But here's what really gets me excited. This isn't just concept art, people. This is real, working technology. The company behind the magic. Now let's talk about the masterminds behind this flying beauty. Volonaut is based in the Czech Republic. Yeah, that's right. Europe is bringing us the future of transportation. The company was founded by a team of aerospace engineers who basically said, you know what? We're tired of sitting in traffic. Let's just fly over it. And honestly, I respect that energy. What I love about these guys is that they're not just throwing around fancy CGI and empty promises. They're actual engineers with serious aerospace backgrounds who are putting in the real work. They've been testing, iterating, and perfecting this design for years. And here's the thing, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're taking proven drone technology, scaling it up, and making it human compatible. Smart approach, if you ask me. Technical specs break down okay. Let's get into the juicy technical details, because this is where things get really interesting. Flight, performance, maximum speed. We're looking at around 62 miles per hour. That's 100 kilometers per hour for my metric friend's flight time. About 25 minutes on a single charge. Maximum altitude, 600 feet. Perfect for avoiding those pesky buildings and trees. Range, roughly 15 to 20 miles per charge. The power system is where things get fascinating. We're talking about a high-capacity lithium battery pack that can be swapped out. So instead of waiting hours to charge, you just pop in a fresh battery, and you're back in the air. It's like changing the batteries in your TV remote, except your remote can fly. Safety features. Here's what really impressed me. They've got redundant systems everywhere. Multiple rotors, multiple battery packs, multiple flight controllers. If one system fails, the others keep you in the air. Plus, there's an emergency parachute system because, you know, gravity is still a thing. And get this, you don't need a pilot's license to fly this thing. Well, not yet anyway. The plan is to make it as simple as riding a motorcycle with computer-assisted flight controls, doing most of the heavy lifting. Real-world applications, but here's where my brain really starts spinning. What would you actually USE this thing for? Urban commuting. Imagine living in LA and instead of spending 2 hours in bumper-to-bumper traffic, you just hop on your airbike and fly over all those poor souls stuck on the 405. Your 30-mile commute just became a 15-minute joyride. Emergency services. Picture paramedics using these to reach accident victims in places where helicopters can't land, or firefighters getting to remote locations in minutes instead of hours. Adventure. Tourism. Dude, imagine the urban reviews. Great location. Beautiful views. Came with flying motorcycle minus 10/10 would hover again. Last mile delivery. Amazon Prime could become Amazon Zoom. Your package doesn't just arrive in 2 days. It arrives in 20 minutes by a flying bike. The possibilities are literally endless. And that's what gets me so hyped about this technology. Challenges and reality check now, before we all start shopping for landing pads. let's pump the brakes and talk reality for a hot minute. Regulatory hurdles. The biggest challenge isn't technical, it's legal. The FAA, the ASA, and aviation authorities worldwide are still figuring out how to regulate these things. We're talking about completely new categories of aircraft here. Battery technology. While 25 minutes of flight time sounds cool, it's still pretty limited. We need battery technology to improve significantly before these become truly practical. For everyday use. Weather limitations. Right now, these things don't handle bad weather well. Rain, snow, high winds, you're basically grounded, so forget about flying to work during that thunderstorm. Cost factor. Let's be real, this isn't going to be cheaper than your Honda Civic anytime soon. We're probably looking at luxury sports car prices, at least initially. Infrastructure. Where do you park a flying bike? Where do you charge it? We need an entire infrastructure. That simply doesn't exist yet. But here's the thing, every revolutionary technology faces these same challenges. Cars had the same problems 100 years ago. The future is coming, so what's next for the Volonaut AirBike and the whole eVTOL industry? Show timeline graphics. We're probably looking at limited commercial availability by 2025 to 2027, starting with specialized applications like emergency services and tourism. Mass adoption. That's probably still a decade away, but man, what a decade it's going to be. Show competitor comparison, and Volonaut isn't alone in this space. We've got companies like Jetson, Blackfly, and dozens of others all racing to make personal flight a reality. Competition breeds innovation, and innovation breeds progress. Urban planning concepts. City planners are already thinking about vertiports, landing pads, integrated into urban infrastructure. Imagine rooftop landing zones on office buildings, shopping malls with AirBike parking, highway rest stops with charging stations. The crazy part, this technology could completely revolutionize how we think about distance and travel. Why live close to work when you can fly there in minutes from anywhere? Wrap up and call to action. All right, beautiful people, let's wrap this up. The Volonaut AirBike represents something incredible. The transition from science fiction to science fact. Are we going to see these things replacing cars next year? Probably not. Are we living in the most exciting time in human history where flying motorcycles are actually being built and tested? Absolutely. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and let me know. Would you trust a flying motorcycle? What would you use an AirBike for? Are you team shut up and take my money? Or team I'll stick to the ground? Thanks. If you enjoyed diving into this incredible technology with me, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're just getting started with the future of transportation. Next week, we're talking about those insane flying cars from Palby, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And remember, the future isn't coming, it's already here, and it's absolutely amazing. I'll see you beautiful humans in the next one. Until then, keep dreaming big and stay curious.